With me is a resident of the Charlottesville area, and it's a great pleasure to welcome to the program Secretary of State Lawrence Eagleburger. Mr. Secretary, thank you for taking the time tonight. I really appreciate you doing it.
It's a great pleasure to be in this gorgeous studio.
I borrowed it from Joe Thomas. What are the other things that you notice, major things that you notice that are coming out of this amateur hour?
Oh boy, well, this is the principal one, but the most recent one, I should say. But the fact of the matter is, well, there's all the question of the relationships with Iran and how we have sorted our way, or haven't sorted our way through the Iranian issue. And by the way, if I can just add to this mess of today, not only did we make this mistake on this announcement and say at the time that one of the reasons we were doing this was because the situation in Iran had changed and wasn't quite what it had been before. That's one of the arguments they used at the same time that Ahmadinejad, who is the prime minister, was announcing that Israel isn't going to be around very much longer, and making it very clear that they were going to take on the Israelis at some point. All sorts of things that made it very clear that Iran hadn't changed its spots at all, and yet they go ahead with this. But to get back to your question, certainly everything they've said with regard to Iran and the misjudgments about it, of which this latest is one example, but the most important issue of this, by the way, is important to our Korea, another one, because this is where it is really cutting, and they have done nothing right. If we don't wake up, pretty soon, in fact it's too late, I'm afraid, nuclear weapons. We should have, years ago, made it clear to everybody that we weren't going to permit any further development of nuclear weapons and leave it with those countries.
By the Iranians, or by any other country. Any not already in the club.
That's exactly right. We should have taken this stuff directly with the North Koreans. And there's where we really let it go. And this was, by the way, by Republican administrations as well. But it went on for too long, attempting to try to convince the North Koreans to change their policy. It should have been clear long ago that it was not, they weren't going to change. But this bunch today, they do this waltz with the North Koreans, only to find the North Koreans have now produced a weapon, not an atomic weapon. Not only that, they are working on producing a missile that will get it over here to the United States, and we have sat back and watched that. Now, I admit, to resolve that now is very tough. Would probably have taken a threat or the use of force. But I'm telling you now, we should have stopped this issue a long time ago, and we certainly should have stopped it with the North Koreans and made it clear to the Iranians that we were going to stop it with them. Because if we don't, this world someday, and not too long, is going to be faced with a nuclear war that's going to go on, and somebody is going to regret the fact we didn't stop this thing long ago.
Should the Israelis have to eliminate the threat?
I'm going to give you an answer to that, which will get me in trouble with everybody. Yes, but there's a but in it. That is only if they know where all the facilities are and can get at them. If they don't know that, or if they know where they are but they're so deeply buried or whatever that they can't get at them, then no, it would be foolish to do it, because it simply at that point turns world opinion against the Israelis even more than it usually is. But if they can do it successfully, I will say yes. Now, I will be, you for having heard it and me for having said it, we will be in real trouble tomorrow. But I don't see how anybody can understand anything less than what's going to happen if we don't stop the question of when do we march to a nuclear war.
Mr. Secretary, it's a great pleasure to meet you.